you get a job. Maybe you found a business which is very harmonious, or just which is very passionate about you. Maybe some sibling, some family member, they try to push you, they try to stop you, they try to discourage you that when you get involved in that business, in that decision, in that journey, you will end up badly. When you remember those days, when you flash back about what you have been through, about how you start rising from these ashes, when you remember these people who are always expecting bad things from you, it encourages you to always, it reminds you, it pushes you to the limit. It's a sign, it's an indication which is now level up your energy, level up your ideas, level up all the things you may want to keep going up. How do we get this energy? How do we fight these negative people in our life? All you gotta know, all you gotta understand, all the things we keep saying, we keep thinking, and people keep saying, it had some impact on how we live, on how we make a decision on daily basis activities. Maybe you have an idea right now, you want to start, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you want to make an approach, ask someone, you want a partnership with this group of people, but you're very scared. You are in a dilemma. You don't know where to start. All this surviving mode we are living, it's all about programming. It's all about mindset. It's all about settling. It's all about our mind processing information. The brain, how it processes information, is really extraordinary human being can imagine. So when you just ask someone, like maybe for example, you've seen someone and you've fallen in love with that person, and you want to approach, you want to ask that person to marry, maybe to start the rest of your life, but it really scares you every time you meet, every time you see that person appear, or you met in somewhere, in any place. Why do you get this scared, by the way? Does it mean that person is going to harm you, or is going to destroy you? That this mean when you start this business, you are going to end up failing? Is it because universe is injustice? Is it because you are living in a very popular, very poor family or society? So all these type of an excuse you may bring, it has no limit, because you may choose to be an excuse person, or you may choose to take an action. When I'm saying this, maybe some few people may understand, but there is another people who may just take it for granted, may say, I'm trying to discourage them. I'm trying to making them panicking. I'm trying to ignoring so many things. But it is not about that. It is not about that, because the way we've been grown up in the society, this society is a very poisoning society in this way. When you look how we grown up, when you look what we do in our everyday activities, the day in and day out, from Monday to Sunday, December, January, all this type of lifestyle we are living, it's programming. If you are not religion guy, maybe you like sport. If you are not sport guy, you like politician. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean you'd have to ignore about the politics of your country. I don't mean you have to ignore about the history of your country. No, this is all about all this type of barrier you may face. It is sometimes necessary. I remember, for me, in order to start making decisions about my personal life, I used to care a lot about people's opinions. I used to care about what may comes. But once I ask anybody, once I can ask you this question, do you know what is going to happen tomorrow? If you cannot answer me that question, that means we are sign blinded. That means we are predictable human beings. That means we have this predictable nature. What's really sad, what's really shocked, we always expect bad things. And when you look very careful, this negative thought we have, this negative expectation we get from other people, it is how society, it is how human beings, it is how community, family, this media have been feeding our minds. Nothing else. Nothing else, because maybe, I'll take an example from your family, these cross people. Next time when you are going to make about, or are going to make this tough decision, like you want to quit your job, like you want to quit your school, like you want to take a decision to marry that person, when your family member they don't want that person, what will be happen? What is the cause? And how are you going to handle? How are you going to behave, to react on these people outside? It's all about negative. You cannot make it. You can't do that. You try to betray us. You try to separate from a member. You forget who you are. You forget where you're from. You see, all these ideas you may hear or you may receive, it's not about reality. They are very far from the reality. Why? Because they are predicting, and it is how society have been teaching, have been conditioning, have been pushing them to scare even their relatives, to scare even their siblings, their loved one. Not it doesn't mean because they are saying that it's a reason behind they want to discourage you. They want to pull you down. No, it's not about that. They have been experiencing such a things you are now experiencing now. But because someone has living such a life like that, it doesn't mean you have to be the same person. It doesn't mean you have to be the way they have been living their life. Generations are generations, and the way generation brings such a magic or such a activities, it is differ from another one. For you, just in order to help you, or in order to assist you, in order to take your life to the next level, you will need to ignore all this noise, these shiny things. When you get on this level of handling, managing very well about this noise, about these negative people in your life, I don't mean you have to pretending nothing has happened. No, sometimes we need to feel this emotion in our life. Sometimes we need to live our life. Decision making is started within small things. The way you change your clothes, the way you say no to these opportunities. Not all opportunities are good in your life. They may look good outside, but they may handle, or they may come up with this risk life you may not get in that right moment. Or you may say you know what you want. Every time you know what you're looking for, then you are not going to be the yes guy in everything. You will choose accordingly. You will pick based on how you feel, and based on your decisions, or based on your conditioning, based on so many things you may choose, but not the world outside. My dear friends, love you so much. Bye bye. Take care.